understand who Jesus is. I don't care if you believe in him or not, but listen to the story. The man tried to do right and was hated by everybody. That's us. When I was in prison, I tried to do the right thing as far as like with my peers. But your own partners hate on you. You got too much commissary, you got money coming in, they hate on you. If you get nailed, they hate on you. You know, homosexual rate through the roof. Don't nobody want to go down there and deal with that, man. Y'all don't see that part. Y'all just see the people in the streets doing their thing, thugging, everybody knowing. But after that, it's all on you. It's all on you, man. And it's hard, bro. It's hard, man.
What you get from the night, man? Starting with you. What you get from the night?
A whole lot of stuff I already know. But at the same time, I try to show myself because when I was younger, I went through a whole lot. I'm not really gonna get into anything, but also uncle got in jail for like still finding it. He found himself, like he actually found a purpose. So that's why when like when y'all had your personal phone, those calls you don't get them all. You really do. When you do, they only limit it to so much time. And so as I always there's many people all the time that still is there that people just take for granted. I mean, everything that was said tonight though, it wasn't too much of anything that I did not really know. Because I take myself out of it as I was young.
Right.
But ever since then, I've just been trying to find a better path for myself.
Okay, right.
So I'm actually honestly good with where I'm at right now. But it just opened my eyes back up to everything that's still going on.
Right. So what he said is the confirmation. See, you know, knowledge confirms knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So he already knew a lot of this thing. Like you said, open his eyes back to certain things. So that's what we do to each other. You know, brothers, we supposed to be mirrors to each other. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be able to bring each other back to remembrance of that which we know, that which we should be acting up on. You know what I'm saying? Reminding each other, oh, man, hold up, man, you tripping. No, don't go that way, man. Don't crash out like that. Nigga, that's a crash dummy move. You want to be around people that you can encourage each other. You don't want to be around, nigga, we all just crash dummies. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, we gonna crash. If can't none of us tell each other nothing like, say, come on, man, nah, nigga, you tripping. You don't want to be around no whole bunch of crash dummies, man. The car gonna crash, trust me. You know what I'm saying? So, I like what you said, bro. Go ahead. What you get from the night? Talk to me.
I learned that you got maybe one bad mistake, they can mess up all up. One of my older brothers, he had a kid with his friend on accident, they were over there playing with a gun. He in jail for like 4 or 5 years. You gotta say something.
Yeah. You know what, I'm no better than you. You want to smile and laughing? And I'm gonna tell you something. It's something special about you. You hear me? It's something special about you, but you gotta reach inside you, man, and pull it out. You know what I'm saying? You want to pull it out, man. This is what they saying. I'm gonna be 50. I'm gonna be 50. I did 24 years. You know, they fed me. They fed me. The same thing they give me out, I needed this too. I've been there. But, yeah, but when you don't involve yourself around brothers like this here, you'll stray away. Young, old, it doesn't matter. Place yourself with good people, man, positive people.
Every time you think you want to smile, put yourself around somebody strong, that's taking things serious, because it's serious with you. And you want somebody alive. You do, I know it. I'm looking at you. You might got better than a lot of these brothers in here, but you might not. But it's something inside you saying you do.
And look, it's two things I want to say, but I want to springboard off of what you said, because you told him you made a profound statement, but I don't think he really know what that means at this point in his life. You told him, he told you it's something great in you, but it's something great in all of us.
Yeah.
And then he told you, you just got to pull it out. How you pull it out? How you pull out your greatness? Why the majority of the people in this zip code right here, in these zip codes around here, why they don't expect to win in life?
Wow.
The majority of the people around here don't expect to win. Because people don't give them a chance. That's what you think. That's your statement. What you say? They don't even try. Why?
I said they don't try because they hear all the stuff from their mom, they got influence, and they don't be thinking that, they don't be thinking it can happen to them, so they don't look for strive because they think, oh, I see this on TV or I see this on something else. They don't think, I could even make it out there and stay in influence.
What you got, fam? Thank you too, bro. Thank you too.
I was gonna try to figure out what you said, but they don't try because they feel like if you do something different, they gonna get criticized by other people for they do something different instead of growing up.
Speak up a little bit, cause what you saying is important. No, what you saying, but no, I like that. I wanted to make sure everybody heard it.
Fire. Fire.
I said that people don't try because they feel like if they do something different, people gonna criticize them for doing something different instead of being in the streets and doing drugs and versus going to college, getting degrees, and that stuff. I feel like that's why people don't try to do that. That's what
Oh, wow.
But look, let me say, cause you read the funny thing about us, we got a distorted value system. The things that we value don't amount to shit. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I was gonna do this. I was gonna come in here with a bunch of jewelry on because I already know when you dealing with our people, it's a certain look that makes them receptive to your words.
And respect.
That's what lock us out, because we in our mind, we conditioned to value the things that don't matter. But your information is what dictates and establishes your destination. I said that when we first came in here talking tonight. I'm going to say it again. The information that you internalize, the information that you process in your computer, everything that go in got to come out. If a bunch of garbage go in, a bunch of garbage coming out. So one thing about where you gonna go and where you desire to be, that's why I say I can tell where you gonna be by what you doing right now. See, if you say I want to be a doctor, but you don't do nothing, when you gonna start? When you gonna start? If you want to be a doctor, the time to start is right now. Whatever you gonna be, the time to start is right now. You got to start censoring and controlling and being intentional about the information that you allow to come in your mind, because guess what? That's programming you. The information you process in your mind, that's programming you. What goes in is what's going to come out. The information is what you use to stimulate your thoughts. The more information you have, the more thoughts you're going to have. That's kind of like we look at people and say, man, he's sharp. You just as sharp as him.
Wow.
Apply yourself. Sacrifice some time. Everybody got 24 hours in a day, or however much time it is in a day. But we all wake up with it. It's about what we do with it. So when you got somewhere you really want to be in life, be intentional about getting there. And it's a process. It's steps that you take to get where you desire to be. The
Wow.
first step to take is to take control of what you processing in your mind. Take on the information, impregnate your mind with the information that's gonna lead you to your destination.
Question.
And also, hold up. To add to what you just said, you see how you was one of the first people to speak? You see how y'all started speaking? You wasn't afraid. It's probably somebody here was afraid to even say something because of how you think the next person gonna look at you. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be able to believe in yourself, man. Have confidence in yourself. Don't be so worried about how this person looking at me, or he not gonna like me, or she not gonna like me, and this and that, you know, until you put yourself in last place, man. Based off of what you thinking of how somebody else see you. You know, that's how a lot of people is easily misled. That's where the peer pressure comes from. You know, so don't let peer pressure dictate how you gonna respond or react. You know what I'm saying? See your future in your own mind. See your goals, where you wanna go in life. You gotta see it in your mind, man.
Question real quick. You caught your murder case at 14.
Capital murder.
Capital murder, right? Basically, all y'all caught it as a juvenile. Hypothetically speaking, let's go back to when you were 13. If you were sitting in this crowd right now with him, and you hearing y'all talk right now, what question would you ask yourself to get in front of the bullet to avoid that, and how would you answer that question?
Well, 13, shit, I had already been locked up too. You know, from 10 to 14, I told you I was locked up 14 times as a juvenile.
Before the murder.
Yeah.
So everything you were getting out prior, but when you got hit with the whamming, we talking about the bullet.
Well, at the time,
So-
it was a non-caring attitude. It was an attitude of, it was that crack era. We was selling crack, you know what I'm saying, carrying the guns. I had already shot somebody at 11 years old.
Well, let me rephrase
So
my
it
question.
was a mind state. I was in a certain,
Let me rephrase my question, because
What?
I probably not be asking it right. If you was before, I ain't talking about prior juvenile, I'm talking about the bullet that caused the 20 years, 20-some years incarceration, the murder case, capital murder case. If you was probably 13, sitting right there with him, and you hearing y'all talk right now, what would you ask yourself to avoid that, and how would you answer that to alleviate them from catching that same thing?
I would say, consider the consequences. More so than anything. Because at the time when we done what we did, we want consequences was nowhere on our mind.
We didn't have nobody.
You know what
trying
I'm
to teach us
saying?
that.
It's, hold up. It's the consequences was nowhere on our mind, man. You know what I'm
What you
saying?
got.
I'm hollering.
It's,
I ain't got
You know
nobody
what I'm
teaching me
saying?
that.
They was teaching you what you got,
Come on.
like what we was working with.
We
right?
gotta,
You gotta understand that
hey,
this
hey,
ain't-
hold
this
on.
ain't-
We gotta let each other talk. When it's on you, it's on you. If I'm talking, I'm talking.
One night.
You feel what I'm saying? Cause I can't get my whole thought out if you cut me off. We gotta consider the consequences. You know, like really consider the consequences of your action, man. Cause a lot of youngsters, when they in a certain mode of thinking, operating under a certain mentality, it's like, we don't care about no consequences. Start caring about the consequences. Because it's consequences of your actions, man. It's the flip side to what you do. Go ahead.
Same question.
I just wanted to go I wanted to say something because it's really unfair. It's unfair for me. It's unfair for us to sit here and say, think about the consequences. Because we pay the price to have the understanding that we have of consequences.
Wow.
When I was y'all age, the word consequence was like speaking Chinese. Because I didn't have an understanding of consequences. Guess where that come from? It come from bad parenting. Because see, you supposed to have a concept of consequences from home. Because that's what guide and direct your character. The administration of consequences and rewards based off of your conduct. That's how you get molded. That's how you start to developing. But at 13 years old, you ain't lived long enough to even have a concept of consequences. Y'all ain't big. Y'all got it easier than anybody, than most humans that ever had it at any point in mankind's existence. But it don't mean nothing to y'all because that's all y'all know. Y'all never had it hard. So easy is hard in y'all mind. And hard is a foreign reality.
Dang.
Because, man, y'all got a whole lot, but y'all are appreciative very little. It's kind of, I heard one time it say, hard times create strong men. But strong men create good times that create weak people. See, we had to fight resistance. We had to go through trials and tribulations to everything we done been through is what created the person that's sitting in front of y'all today. So we kind of was like the sacrificial lambs if you will allow us to take our experiences and give them to you. Some people will and some people won't. It's cool. Some people got to go through it. See, I was one of them kind of dudes that had to go through it. It was nothing nobody could have came and sat in front of me and said to me that was going to deter me. You know why? Because I wanted it. I wanted it. I had to go get it. It was only from me going to get it to where I established the understanding that what I done went and got ain't shit. Man, I've been rushing to get to the penitentiary, and this penitentiary fugazi. This shit a waste of time. Man, if I had known that prison was what I experienced, it's no way I would have went to prison. I wouldn't even wanted to go to prison. I thought prison was a place to go and experience. That shit is really a waste of time. And it's only what you make it. I made it an institution for me once I realized that I didn't like it. I never wanted to come back. And my kind of people ain't in no prison. I was out of place the whole time I was in prison. So it's really unfair for us to try to tell y'all, but whether you understand it or not, our duty is to tell you. Because now that we done said it, you can start kind of garnering a concept. Because I was in my 20s before I started understanding or had even heard, weigh your consequences against the benefits. If the benefits don't outweigh the cost, it's not worth it. That's a bad investment of your time. So you say, damn, man, because yeah, I did a whole bunch of stuff. A lot of stuff I didn't even get caught for, but I'm going to just say, well, I like that jacket. I'm going to get that fool for the jacket. All right, what I'm going to get out of getting him? A jacket. What the jacket going to do? Keep me warm, give me a look, let me perpetrate like I got something I ain't got. Why I want to look like I got something that I don't have when I can have what I desire to have. And I don't have to hurt nobody. But we don't know how to be considerate of the next person when we that young. We only thinking about ourselves. So, man, it ain't fair. Life ain't fair. I told y'all earlier, y'all are more informed. You less informed than you ever gonna be at. When you 16, you gonna know more than what you know now. When you 25, you gonna know more than you knew at 16. But guess what? You can't get them opportunities back. You can't get them chances to make them decisions. You only get to make 9th grade decisions one time. When you're a senior, you can't go back and make 9th grade decisions. Once you turn 25, you can't go back and say, damn, I wish I could go back to high school. I would do woo-woo. It's too late. But you less informed than you ever gonna be at any point in your life, and you got to make some of the most important decisions that you only get one chance to make right now.
Big fact.
So man, try to take advantage of people. Try to take advantage of opportunities like this. When somebody can come sit in front of you and say something that ignites something inside you and make you think, it's tugging at your spirit. Take advantage of that, man. Utilize. Don't be stupid. It ain't cool to be no damn fool. It ain't cool to be uninformed. It ain't cool to be ignorant. You don't have to be ignorant. How many of y'all read? Man, that's excellent. That's excellent.
Nah, that's
Man,
good.
that's excellent.
How many of
1,
y'all
2,
can
3.
write in cursive? Oh wow. Okay.
So now you read, that's good. So that means that anything you want to do, you can go and do it. Because all it is equipping your mind with the information. A doctor is a doctor, why? A lawyer is a lawyer, why? A judge is a judge, why? Because they sacrificed and applied themselves to acquire the information that allowed them to operate in that role. Them street niggas is street niggas, why? Them dope fiends is dope fiends, why? Because they acquired that information. They didn't just know that shit. They had to go learn that shit. You got to learn how to be a dope fiend. You got to learn how to be a street nigga. That shit ain't innate. That's learned behavior, man. You got to go and learn that shit. Everything that you become, everything that you do and be, you have to learn. So, yeah, whatever you want to do and be, man, apply yourself, acquire the information. It's available. We live in an information age. You come on in here. Use the phone for something other than entertainment.
Yeah.
Use the phone for something other than entertainment. And stop letting everybody capitalize and be entertained and exploit us. Use your life, use your mind for something other than just being a bucket for others. Stop letting everybody dump what they want in your mind. Control what goes in your mind, because that's what dictates what come out your life. Garbage in is garbage out.
And remember, reading is a form of traveling, man.
For real.
Reading is a form of traveling.
I got an online book club too.
Yeah, go check him out.
I sacrifice and try to encourage people to read, because I understand that reading is a way.
Important.
Plus, if you really want to maneuver around hood niggas, do it with a book.
The
Yeah.
more you put down, the more you pick up. That's in yourself or in anybody else. And it's all around the world.
Wow.
Say, go ahead.
Squeak one.
No, you got a question. It's on you. You got the mic.
How old are you?
Put the mic up to you.
How old is he, man?
How old are you?
14.
Oh, that's why you play with your voice. Yeah, that's why you play with your voice. Yeah, he go, marry white one minute and rap trap band the next. Yeah, he hit the switches.
Nah, yeah, you sound like Barry White. Go ahead, talk.
And we laughing with you, not at you.
Right.
Hey, look, I learned this here. Whenever you get stuck, just take a deep breath.
Don't let fear paralyze you.
Yeah,
Wow.
take a deep breath and bring it.
Conquer your fear. That's what life about.
You good?
That's all right. We'll come back to you if you. Yeah.
I know what I got to do.
1 second. He got.
Hold up. What you got from since you walked in here? You. What you got?
Basically, as minorities, like we gotta like learn how to like lift each other up and like make the environment better for us.
No, that's what's up. Yeah.
And then we got to let our words represent us, and we got to represent our words. See, we can come in here and say a whole lot of feel-good stuff, but it ain't no action that's following the words. The words is not validated with actions. So I'm gonna tell y'all this. Since we came in here talking to y'all, y'all should be able to talk to us anytime y'all need to talk or want to talk. Because see, a lot of time we get into situations just because we didn't have somebody we was comfortable enough talking to. Because a lot of times situations ain't the way we perceive them. Remember, our minds are constantly evolving and developing. So I can look at the same thing you seeing, but I can see something different. So a lot of times just having somebody, another person who you trust, who you comfortable with, and trust and comfortability is not just given, it's established. So when we first came in here, y'all really didn't even want to talk. Now we've been here a little while, y'all starting to talk a little more. If we come around a little more, we'll start to finding out some things that really keep y'all in prison. Cause see, a lot of people in a shell because they embarrassed. A lot of niggas, see, when we was little, they had a thing called food stamps. Y'all don't even know what that is, food stamps. But now they got it on the card, but I'm talking about the paper. Yeah, they had a thing called food stamps, looked like a coupon. And a lot of people was ashamed of that. So a lot of people, shame will keep you from reaching your potential. See, it's people who can't read, but they shame to let people know, so they just stay dumb. And then it's dudes who can read, who very intelligent, but they shame to express and reveal their intelligence because they think that it's cool to be dumb. They think it's cool to be a damn fool because in their mind, they think that's gangster or they think that's hood. They think that's street, whatever. I don't know what none of that shit is. All of it's some bullshit if you ask me. But you got to work to be it. It's stuff you have to learn in order to be a dope fiend, in order to be a dumb nigga, in order to be a street nigga. And they got bomb etiquettes. Bums have a certain way that they scheme on you. They got a certain way, they got a methodology to playing on us. Man, they position themselves in a certain way with a sign and look a certain way, and they'll tap into your emotions and make you give to them. They putting their game down.
Signs.
Yeah, man, you got to work to be whatever you gonna be. But man, Squeak got something he wanted to say.
You gonna say something, then it's on you. Hold up. Hold up. It's on him first, and then you.
What's up, man? Hey, man, my name is Darius, man. A lot of my partners either know me by Squeaky or they know me by Blue Moon. I'm ex-gang member. But, I was listening to a lot of these brothers in here. A lot of them I don't know, a lot of them I do know because a lot of them raised me. This one of the person like him. This is who I grew up with right here. This was my homeboy. We was into it and everything. And, I grew up without a father, man. You know what I'm saying? I was playing basketball. I was in Skyline High School. I never looked at myself as a street dude because how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? I grew up around my grandmother. But when I moved with my mom, she had this dude, he started being abusive and stuff like that. So I took to the streets. I felt like me being on the streets because I ain't got no father. Listen. The only thing the streets got to offer you, man, is what we been or worse than that. You know what I'm saying? You got to make your own decision. You got to have your own mind made up because, like, when I was in cognitive intervention, when I was in prison, man, a dude that had became my mentor, he had told me, he said, ain't nothing more powerful in the world, man, than a man with a made up mind. You got to have your mind made up. You can't let your friends, you can't let your family, you can't let no woman, you can't let nothing make your mind up on what you want to be in life, man. You just got to go forward, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like my partner right here said, man, everything you learn in life, it's a learned behavior. Whether you want to be a gangster or a gang member, there's rules in that. You know what I'm saying? You got to follow the rules, bitch. Just like you got to follow the rules of the land by the laws. And if you break the law, you're going to get like, it's the rules you got to follow in the dope game. It's rules you got to follow being a gang member. It's all type of rules, but you got to set yourself in a position and you have to figure out for yourself which one of these rules that I want to follow that's going to lead me to a successful life. You see what I'm saying? Once you figure that out, it's going to take you a long way in life. Like I said, I'm 51, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm 51 right now, man. I got 2 jobs, man. Don't came out here, got my CDL and everything. I didn't let incarceration
And I didn't let me growing up without my father stop me from being who I know I can be. At first I did. I let the streets, I let the influence from my homeboy. You know, I want to be, they can tell you, man, I want to be super crip. You know what I'm saying? I want to be all that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the toughest dude around. I want to impress my homeboys. I want to fight for them. The same homeboy, the same homeboy that I was fighting for, they went home. I'm still in prison. There ain't nobody fight for me to get out. You know what I'm saying? So, man, you got to realize where you want to put yourself.